Welcome to the Daily Pantheon reading here at Soulfire Tarot, where myth and intuition weave together to bring clarity, healing, and divine guidance for our days. If you're new here, I'm Christina. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am a doctor of acupuncture and Chinese medicine, an intuitive, and a channel. And I am here channeling a general reading today. Also keeping in mind that Spirit connects first with the people who've subscribed, with the folks whose energies are connected in a small way, who are consciously attuning to this space. So if anything here resonates with you, first of all, go ahead and drop a like on the reading to claim that energy. Post a comment about what resonates for you, okay? In order to help other people see themselves reflected in your growth journey. We're here for each other, not just for ourselves. And look, if you haven't already, subscribe. It's completely free. It helps Spirit to recognize and include your frequency in future channelings. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So our archetype energy. So again, we're playing with the Pantheon deck that came from, it's the Greek Pantheon, and this was made by a little metaphysical shop in Athens, Greece. All right, y'all, so let's take a deep breath, see what Spirit and the gods are whispering for us here today. Now, we have, very interestingly, our archetypal energy that we are channeling today is Hades as the devil. So the story of Hades is the brother of Zeus and Poseidon, and he rules the underworld. So I want you to think of that. It's not the way we think of like hell in sort of Christian type Western societies. The underworld is the unseen realm of the dead. So all of our ancestors, but also the buried treasures within the earth, that which is buried deep. And he's feared in general, but he's not evil. He's never been evil. His domain, his rulership of his domain assures a balance between life and death. It's a very necessary role. His realm, it's a mirror of mortality, the underworld. Every soul must face itself with our disguises stripped away, okay? The truth of ourselves. So the traditional meaning of the tarot card of the devil in general, it can be a signal for Capricorn, but it tends to be something about bondage, sort of the ties that bind us, temptations, illusions, shadow work, attachments that may not be serving us. In this deck, however, Hades as the devil, this really represents the power of what lies underneath. Our desires, our attachments, the unconscious forces that are going to bind us until we confront them. He's not a villain, okay? There's nothing villainous about this card, but what he is a keeper of truths we'd rather avoid. He teaches freedom, not through coddling, but through actual true self-awareness. And so this is a darkness, and you see here is an invitation to integration. We have fire and water. We have the sun and the dark, okay? So we see here this balance of integration, not fear. Can we descend willingly into what we're afraid of? Can we descend willingly into what is imprisoning us? Into the things, and typically it's our limiting beliefs, it's our fear of our own shadow, it's our lack of integration of all the parts of ourself. Can we go into that, willingly into that, and claim back our power? Because this is the thing, if you really understand this idea of wholeness as humans, you cannot banish your shadows. The more you try to push your shadow away, the more you try to reject your shadow, the more you are, in fact, ruled by it. So when it comes to being a spiritual warrior, when it comes to being on this path of divine growth and learning and living into your soul's curriculum, what we are looking at is we must crown our shadows. We must work with our shadows if we want to achieve that wholeness and integration. And this is the message that Hades is bringing for us today. What are the truths that you are avoiding? What are the things you'd rather not see about yourself, about your life? And are you willing to walk into that? Are you willing, as Pema Chodron, the famous Buddhist nun, said, can you approach that which scares you? So let's see what the clarifying cards are that we got for today. So what was interesting when I was shuffling was that the devil card from this deck was the third card that jumped out face up. So we have this very strong, very, very strong pull into our shadow work, right? And you see here, this particular devil, he's so beautiful. He's got these eyes. But do you see here how it's like a puppet on strings? Are you being mastered and ruled, or are you going to rule yourself? We have here justice and the Eight of Wands in reverse. Justice it's similar energy to judgment, but it comes much earlier in the journey of the hero's journey through the major arcana. And when we look at justice, we're really looking at this idea. You see the scales and the balance. The idea is that what you're getting out right now is reflective of what you put in. It's a reflection. It's neither good nor bad, just like this Hades energy. Life, death, above, below, they're opposites. It's yin and yang. It's neither positive nor negative. It's only the storytelling that we have about life that makes it that way. And that really comes from what we prefer. When we call something bad, what we should really more realistically say is this is not to my preference. But good, bad, up, down, they're just opposite energies. So justice here, we're seeing this mirrored reflection where we're seeing what you put in is what you get out. Okay, so justice is showing that this scale is being balanced, what you're able to receive, the richness of your growth journey right now, the richness of what you can grow into, what you can accomplish, the relationships that you have in your life, what you're doing professionally, the people you're attracting in, the community around you, what you feel like with family, all of this, it's a mirror. What you get out is based on what you put in. And if you're being governed by your shadow, it's not going to be really what you're looking for. We have to come into integration. And we see here this Eight of Wands in reverse. Now, Eight of Wands can really represent sort of divine inspiration or a quick acting message, something coming in quickly, but we're seeing it here in reverse. I think that this meaning, especially when paired with the devil and with this karmic balance, what I'm seeing today is that this is an old friend. Whatever this energy is, this bond, this self-limiting belief, this is an old friend. This is something that you've been working with and looking at for a long time. And maybe you thought you already had it on lockdown. Maybe you thought, I'm past this. I'm past this insecurity. I'm past this limiting belief. I am just ready to shine. I'm ready to rock and roll. And we've been having a lot of messages recently from Spirit that are entirely about that. Like, let yourself sparkle, let yourself shine, keep on going. And now we're seeing here though, today might be a day where there's temptation to fall back into something that keeps you small, where there's temptation to say it would feel a lot safer if I wasn't taking up so much space, if I wasn't shining so bright that everyone was looking at me. Because when everyone looks at us, of course, there's the potential that we could become a target, right? That's the nature of humans. That's the nature of jealousy, of envy, of all of that, especially of people who aren't doing as much work. They don't see the work that's going on behind the scenes. They just see the outcomes. But guaranteed, if you're getting outcomes, it's because you've earned them. As within, so without, as above, so below. That is the meaning of justice in the tarot. And so with this Eight of Wands in reverse, this is something you know. This is a message you've had. It's not new. This is an old friend who's been controlling you. And the opportunity here, again, is to say, will you go into this? Will you, like once and for all, really look at what lies underneath? What is the truth that you would give almost anything not to have to see, so that you can find freedom through looking at it, freedom through awareness. The things we're afraid of hold no power over us when we just turn on the light and look them in the eye and say, I see you. I know you. You do not rule me. I am the captain of my soul. I am the master of my ship. I determine my soul's destiny. And no one else, nothing else. I claim that power and sovereignty. Descend willingly into what's been holding you back, to what's been chaining you down. Claim back your power. Don't let this hold you back. All right, one card, one last message from the universe. Speak your world into being. First quarter moon in Gemini. So we see here these two sides again. We've seen this two sides, this reflection above, below, light, dark, within, without. Okay? Speak your world into being. You manifest what you want by speaking your desires, by claiming your power, by setting your boundaries with yourself. Okay? Boundaries are all about how I control myself. If it's about controlling other people's actions, that's a standard, not a boundary. Okay? Boundaries are about self-control. Speak your world into being. Here is what I want. Here is what I am here for. Here is what my soul calling is. And I am willing to stand on that. I am going to speak it into being with the joy in my heart, with my integrated self, acknowledging that I deserve the joys and passions of my heart. My soul didn't come here to long in futility. I came here to fulfill this curriculum, this growth, and to experience joy and love and peace and laughter and connection and communication and all the beautiful ups and the downs of being a physical being. We're not here by accident. Our spirits chose to be here. We chose to incarnate. We chose to have these experiences. So speak your world into being. Don't be shy about it. If you don't ask, how can the universe give it to you? If your guides don't know that you want their help, how can they help you? If you can't say out loud, this is what I want, how on earth can you muster up the energy to go out and get it for yourself? And you deserve that. Master this duality. Let yourself walk into what scares you. Find this balance, this achievement. Throw off this control. Speak your world into being. This is your day. This is your opportunity, okay? I've got that song from Eminem playing in my head from the movie 8 Mile way back in the day. It's super old, but that idea of like you get one shot, okay? And that's not entirely true, but it is true that opportunity is not a lengthy visitor. So this is your shot right now, okay? And let's go to Hamilton. I'm not throwing away my shot. You have a shot right here, right now, this day that you're listening or seeing this reading, to speak your world into being, to stand for yourself, your spirit, your soul's calling. Approach that which frightens you. Integrate your shadow. Rule it in partnership, not by trying to banish it or push it away, but by owning the wholeness of yourself, that is who and what you came here to be, and speak your world into being. My loves, the power is yours. You have the power, you have the capacity. You just have to take action. Allow yourself to move into that. I so hope this has been helpful for you. If any part of this reading resonated for you, please drop a like. Go ahead and subscribe to my free channel. And remember that that is going to help to make sure that as I'm channeling these daily messages, that it is tuning into your energy as part of the collective that Spirit is directly speaking to. All right. Take good care of yourselves. I love you very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.